The vision started even before the construction on the Oklahoma History Center over 15 years ago. And from the beginning, that vision was to have the new History Center be a community center for the state. And because of that, they literally built in a lot of flexibility.
One of the things that's the most fun about the building is how adaptable it truly is and how it can reflect different activities, different exhibits, different special events. And that's part of the fun, is seeing it take on so many different personas over time.
Large public spaces in the middle are the centerpiece by which the parts of the building are connected. The Atrium is the site of countless events through the years. Public meeting spaces, classrooms, and different multi-purpose areas are utilized all the time. The Research Center is one of the pillars of the Historical Society and the Oklahoma History Center.
The collections are absolutely remarkable. Tens of thousands of reference books, tens of thousands of original maps, hundreds of thousands of feet of film footage, and in fact, the last number I heard was over 10 million feet of historic film footage.
Another promise made early on in planning the History Center was it would always be different and never cease to have new things.
Every year, we generally change 10 to 12 major exhibits and several smaller exhibits every year. So literally, you're able to come to the History Center every month of the year and see something new and different.
One of the many things I enjoy about visiting the Oklahoma History Center is you can come here and literally see the world.
And of course, you can see all kinds of Oklahoma history through the 5 primary galleries, the newest of which, speaking of the world, has a new permanent exhibit called Launch to Landing, Oklahomans and Space. The centerpiece of the exhibit is a flown Apollo command module. But
we don't focus on technology so much, but on people, on the story of Oklahomans and people that have lived here and how the state has impacted them, and how that impacts the space program, because it does.
All the galleries, of course, have different themes.
The gallery we're standing in right now is devoted to the stories of American Indians in Oklahoma. And it's, of course, a central part of who and what we are.
The staff at the History Center worked with an advisory group representing multiple tribes.
And we literally sat down with them and said, we have what is going to be the single largest space devoting to one topic. And we would like to devote that to the story of American Indians in Oklahoma. But we want it to be your story, not our interpretation of your story.
From exhibits reflecting commerce, aviation, television, and the arts, hundreds of years of Oklahoma history and stories of thousands of Oklahomans, and so much more can be found at this very impressive center.
Since the History Center opened, and we've been open now 15 years, we have directly, by count, impacted almost 3 million people.